Hi, Walter Boomsma here. We're going to have a short Zoom meeting. We're actually going to demonstrate the power of technology because it's now possible for people to attend meetings without being there. I'm sitting with Vicki Huff, our Maine State Grange Treasurer, and supposedly scheduled guest at our Pomona picnic tomorrow night. But Vicki, I understand you have some news for us about that.
Yes, Walter, I do. Unfortunately, a medical procedure that I need to have is coming up, and they wanted to schedule it sooner than later. And we all know about doctor's appointments and how you are not, you're sometimes at their mercy, and this time I happen to be. So it's an appointment that I need to have done, and I'm doing that. And you really don't want me to be present at this particular meeting, getting ready for this particular procedure. So I will leave it at that and say that I'm sorry that I can't be there. We purposely scheduled so I could, and I feel rotten to the core not being able to be there to enjoy this with you because it's a special occasion. It's a fun-filled evening, and I hope that's the thing, that you're all having fun, that you're enjoying yourselves, that you're stuffed to the gills, and you have to waddle around and feed the mosquitoes and get ready to have the auction. And don't forget to spend lots of money because this is your fundraiser. So enjoy. I wish I could be there with you, but happy picnicking and happy granging to all.
Yeah, it won't be the same without you. I know that kind of sounds
Thank you
trite.
very much.
You always add a great deal, and you usually spend money at the auction. So
We usually do. Dean really wanted a copy of your book at that first one that we went to, and
that's
we were
right.
bidding back. We had a bidding war going on. It was
Yeah, that's
very
right.
interesting.
Yeah,
So,
that was a big ego
yeah.
boost for me. We had a few years ago. We had a copy of a book, Margaret Chase. I think most people in Maine would recognize the name. We had a book written by Margaret Chase. It was brand new, and it just wasn't generating any bids. So I took my pen out of my pocket and I opened the book to the first page and I said, not only that, it's an autographed copy. And people started yelling at me, no, right in the book, you know. And I think we actually did end up selling it. Part of the visit, and we always have kind of a little bit of chuckle about this. This is kind of an official visitation. My understanding is that every Pomona, at least in theory, is supposed to be visited by a Maine State Grange officer once a year for an official visitation. And we don't like to use the word, but an inspection, which kind of means different things to different people, but basically a checkup. So in view of the fact that you're not going to be able to make it, what does that mean in terms of this official visitation or inspection?
It basically means, and I would be telling you this if I was present, that I'm there to visit you. I'm there to support you. If you have questions, I'm here to be able to give you those answers. I'm not one that's going to say, you're not holding the flag correctly and you're not holding your stave correctly. I might take you aside afterwards and talk to you about that, but that's not what my presence at your meeting is about. I'm there to support you, to answer questions, to be able to give you guidance, because there are always things that come up that those of us who really want to put themselves to sleep might sit and read the digest from cover to cover, and it will definitely cure any insomnia that you might have. But it's not realistic, and it's not what most people want to do. And yes, there's a set of rules that we are supposed to go by, but life is about a set of rules that we're supposed to go by. So we do the best to guide you on what those rules are. And if you have questions, certainly feel free to reach out to me. Walter has my email, Walter has my telephone number. Um, Prefer it to be the house number, because then I can get back to you at my convenience rather than you calling me during the day while I'm trying to work. Other than that, I'm here to be able to support you, to guide you, to, if you want instruction, if you want to see, quote unquote, how it's supposed to be and why it's supposed to be that way, I will certainly walk you through that. But that's not what this is about. This visitation is to be able to inspire and to let you know that there's somebody there that is concerned with what's going on with your granges. And that's the bottom line.
And it really works. One of the reasons we like you coming to the picnic is we don't have a meeting. So you can't see how we do it, or don't, as the case may be.
And that's okay, because I'm there to, as I said, inspire and be helpful. That's what it's all about.
And we appreciate that. I already know one of the questions that I'm going to get asked tomorrow night is, are you okay? And I know that's not a question you can answer at the moment, but you'll certainly know that we're all thinking of you and praying for you and expect you to let us know how things go. You don't need to send copies of your reports.
Absolutely.
That would be TMI.
I am okay. There's something that they want to check out. They want to make sure that it's what they think it is and not something else. And that's the reason that we're headed down this road, is we're just making sure that it is what we think it is and how to treat it going forward. I am okay. I am not feeling ill by any means. So just keep me in your thoughts and pray that it's a procedure that goes well and that we have good results, and the results that both the doctor and I expect. Good. So that's what we're hoping for, but we just wanted to make it happen a little sooner than later, just to be on the safe side.
And that makes total sense. I mean, I think good stewardship is about setting priorities, and I think, you know, you and I've talked certainly a little bit that you're making a good decision. We may not like it.
I'm not sure that I like it, but it is a good decision. It's the right decision.
People may be figuring out what the procedure is if we're not careful. So I think the kind of last thing, because everybody's I think we're probably going to look at this maybe after we've eaten, before the auction. So people are going to be anxious to spend money, I hope. I don't know, what inspire me. Tell us something good, or I mean, you certainly have talked about having fun and stuffing ourselves and so on, but what's going on with the Grange? I mean, what should be going on? Maybe that's a better question. What should be going on?
I think
up here,
what should be going on, and I think what we need to sit back and take, if you take anything away from tonight, it's that we need to collaborate. We need to work with other Granges, and we need to make sure that our communities know that our Granges are relevant. The Granges that are truly succeeding, those that are gaining members, or those that are able to put money in their coffers or are able to get projects done that they're really working on, are the Granges that are getting out and getting seen and collaborating with others, whether it's they support something else in their community. And that's the thing about Grange. There's no one size fits all in doing something in your community, because what your community needs there in Piscataquis is not what my community needs in York County. It's not, it can't be apples to apples. It doesn't work that way, because every Grange is unique. Every situation is unique. So what works maybe even as a Pomona level, but if you look at the Granges in your Pomona, the Granges that you think are succeeding or are succeeding, you need to look at them and see them as an example and say, can this work in my community? If this can't work in my community, what can? What can our Grange do to help? And it's got to start that way. We need to make sure that our communities know that our Granges are relevant and that we're here for them, whatever that capacity may be, whether it's only buying the dictionary, whether it's supporting the local fire department because they're trying to raise money to have Jaws of Life. It's what's unique to your area and what's going on in your community and what your Grange can do to help. And it doesn't have to be that you are the complete fundraiser. That's not what the expectation is. But the expectation might be, can we host something in your hall? Can we count on you guys to bring cookies to the kids' Christmas party? You know, and some Grangers may be able to do something like that from their home that they wouldn't necessarily be able to get out to a meeting to do, as long as somebody could come and pick it up. But that's the thing that we need to think about, is that what can we do in our community to make our Grange relevant to that community and make them realize that they need us, because they do, to keep, you know, because we have great moral values. We have a lot of things that are outstanding in the Grange that teach and elevate and educate. We have many of those things that people are looking for, and especially after a year of COVID, They're looking for a place that they can go to that has those kinds of values. They truly are. But we need to say, here we are. We can help you with this. But we have to remember we're helping. We're not forcing anything down anyone's throat. We're not saying the Grange is the end all be all. But if we can help you with this, let us do that. Let us be relevant and let us reach out, because them pounding on the door happened 50 years ago or 100 years ago. It's not happening today. We need to reach out to them. And it doesn't have to be via computer. It can be any form of communication. We have to remember what we can do with the little resources that we have, and what is our best resource but us.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that we need to get out there. We truly do.
And
I think Granges can succeed if that's what they do.
And I think tapping into the energy that's out there, there's so much, what I'm finding is there's so much energy out there, people who want to do something. I have a woman in Virginia who's looking for a home for some coupons from the Coops for Troops. And you and I are meeting later this week, and you have 2 huge bags of lap quilts or Afghans for the hospice program being done by the community. I always get this wrong. Community health and, oh my gosh, Char will kill me. But by the program that's being done pretty much up here in northern Maine with veterans that are in hospice. And I could talk about that for a long time, because I've seen the power of that program. And there are people out there that have the energy that want to participate, and the Grange just needs to open the door. I mean, that's a big part of it. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing you on Friday. Expect a full report on how you're doing, and really appreciate your willingness to get together tonight, like in this form, so that we could share some of your thoughts and your smile. Unfortunately, can't get a hug, but
it's virtual one.
Yeah,
virtual
air
one.
hugs.
Big hugs. Yeah.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of built up hugging energy out there too. So we wish you well. We are sorry and truly will miss you at the picnic, but we do understand, and we hope everything turns out the way it should.
The way it should. Yeah, absolutely, the way it should. So
that's an Amish
I like that.
Yeah, Galassan height. We'll talk about that. Actually, had a conversation with an Amish woman in a laundromat of all things when we were on vacation about Galassan height. So yeah, there's a lot. Simplified explanation is thy will be done. Things happen the way they're supposed to happen, and there's not much point in trying to change the world. It is what it is. It sounds kind of stoic, and I can relate to that. But yeah,
I was thinking that very thing when we received all that rain on 4th of July weekend. Yeah. Of all the weekends to have it happen, well, we truly needed the rain. We don't get to choose when that happens. So it's not up to us, but we truly needed the rain. So be thankful for it. It ruined some plans, absolutely, but you gotta, think of the glass as half full. We truly needed this, and we're gonna go on from here. And I think, we all postponed our celebrations to Sunday night and Monday when the skies cleared and it was beautiful, and it just made it that much more memorable and that much more enjoyable, and a huge opportunity to celebrate, the United States of America, and to get some much needed rain in our area.
Yeah. I can't do it verbatim. There's a great quote. In fact, I think I put it on the Maine State Grange website by Irma Bombeck, who said, 4th of July is a great holiday. We don't celebrate it by military parades in the Capitol. We celebrate it by throwing frisbees and watching fireworks, and what a different tone that kind of gives to the celebration. Just like the picnic, it's like we're just gonna have fun.
Exactly, and you're going to celebrate Grange. You're going to celebrate Piscataquis Pomona and make it a wonderful evening. Raise lots of funds. Bid often, as much as you can, because I'm sure there'll be some great things to bid on.
Yeah, we can make fun of you because you're not there.
Yeah, yes, you can. That's perfectly fine. I have broad shoulders. I can handle it. So,
Yep.
yeah.
Hey, that's the reason some people go to meetings, because they know if they don't go, people are going to talk about them.
Oh,
So
absolutely.
anyway, I just said this would be a problem. We'll end up being on here forever. Stick around. I'm going to shut the recording off, and we'll just, you and I will have a minute before we say goodnight. So thanks again for being willing to do this. And we got to make some money, so we're going to start auctioning stuff off. Maybe we'll auction off a visit with Vicki.
Yeah, let me know what night you want me to come to your Grange. That's
Yeah.
it happened. 2.5
Kissing booth.
hours is nothing.
Hugging booth. I mean, there's all kinds of things. I'm an idea man. Again, Vicki, thanks. And we'll talk again real soon.